Alright, so it has been a bit of time since I last uploaded anything, and I wasn't really planning on doing another one till I fully maxed out my Prestige 5 and made pretty much everything. But I came across a little build that I've created, and it's sort of phenomenal. And I was like, all right, I may as well get it out there before hit Prestige 5 because it's going to take a few days to fully max out. But yeah, this is the female Titan build. It is completely crazy. All right, I'll show you. All right, so let's check out the build now. So obviously, let's start with the skill tree. So skill tree will most definitely be, obviously, we're going to be using Fritz, a lot of Fritz. And we'll be using definitely a cooldown path, just so we have really high cooldown, just so we can consistently have our raw and obviously kicks and stuff back instantly. Well, not instantly, 10 seconds or so, but obviously we go down damage tree. We're going to go down the left tree purely for the increase of damage. The higher base damage, the higher damage output we'll be dealing purely because of Crimson Bloom, which is a multiplier. Reason why Crimson Bloom does so much damage is because it's a multiplier of the base damage. It's also why you see like 1.7 million every hit or something like that. See, it's just a multiplier over every single punch. So it's 15% each third impact punch. But obviously we go down the damage reduction because we want obviously high damage reduction that works with our family. So, perks wise, so big one is going to be our core perk. Core perk will be our perfect form. Perfect form is a little bit interesting due to it's not being used very often in builds like this, but because of that dealing 50% of your maximum damage, it's almost guaranteed to have a high impact in the build. Similar to how it works in Gambler. So it works really well with Gambler, and it is almost needed to work with Gambler. So the full build will be perfect form for the core. Main damage will be Art of War. Our double healers, we're obviously going to be using Adaption and Immortal. Those both will be on the build. See, Immortal. Then for our two last support perks, big one going to be Peerless Commander. Due to Fritz's abilities being an Aotr, so actually if you've ever actually read these before, Fritz's Founder's Aotr is considered an order, similar to how Order Rage, see, it's an order. They're both orders. So they can actually be multiplied by other order things, being like this, your orders. So Peerless Commander and Founder's Blessing both increase the order's effectiveness. So that's why you put them both on, so it multiplies just the effectiveness of them both. So, artifact-wise, a little bit of grinding to get these, but these are very good. We want female scars with decent stats. You can use the new, not these. These runs right here. I have yet to do too much of them. I did a few runs to get feathered bicorn, but I have not yet done a proper run through to get a bunch of these, which I'll be doing later on once I hit my Prestige 5 and stuff like that. But I got pretty decent stats for it right now, being... that's my 500, which I haven't maxed out yet. The female scars being 10.4 and 10.3, not too bad at all. Then for our crystal necklace, which is almost needed, we got 10.1 and 10.1, which I will be maxing out both of these ones. I get a bunch of those little upgraders, but those are needed for the build, and especially the female... we're not going to this build straight away. The female scars being the Crimson Bloom lasts 3 seconds longer, which is incredibly broken, I found out. You can actually last your entire Crimson Bloom all the way through to almost like the last stage. I'll explain it once we get in there. But our memories will be Apotheosis, Gambler, Tactician, and Furyforge. You can swap these out regarding the situation. These three are almost needed. This last one, I like Furyforge just because of the high. Every time you'll sometimes get to low damage, like your low health, and you're like, okay, I can really take advantage of this low health. May as well use Furyforge. Other ones you could use is Quake Strike, but because I am not doing attack raids, I will not be using Quake Strike. Other ones you could use Crescendo, and that's pretty much all the ones I can use currently. But Quick Strike is a really good swap out if you're doing attack raids or armor raids. My first playthrough will be in a female raid, because female raid is by far where you get everything pretty much. But female mastery, we're going to be working off Crimson Bloom the most. Obviously, have pretty much everything maxed out. I'll be using attack mimicry. Tried out the. I'm trying to. Oh, I'm going to unlock it soon, but Colossal Titan mimicry, not that great. I mean, obviously you've got the heal from the order. This thing heals you from 15%. Obviously, it's paired with the other thing is we're pushing more like 33% of your health every single time. But that's not really a big issue. The big issue is it doesn't deal that much damage. But we'll be using the attack mimicry while using everything else pretty much in the build. But that is the baseline of the build. I shall go into an actual run and show you how it's done. All right, so this is going to be the sort of baseline test. Obviously, we're going to be doing female raid with modifiers being nightmare, audible, injury prone, chronic injury, fog, and time trial. These are probably the best for female Titan. I mean, you can't really get glass cannon if you're using female Titan or any Titan in general. So these are definitely the best without limiting your damage and such from skills. But let's do a run and see how we go. Alright, so this little first stage is obviously a little mini game to get you really locked in for the raid, which you really won't be locked in, you'll be just using a spam Titan. But obviously with this first phase, we have to go to a little mini game. So it used to be 80-80, now it is completely random. Obviously I've got S, A, S, and then that, and then A. You don't have to be too locked in with these, it's just pretty much you just have to perfectly time them. I mean, I did them enough for the last time. I pretty much locked in. Now we can use our female Titan. We'll go straight into the raw, pretty much. So once we transform, we'll be spamming raw pretty much straight away. Not too biggie with the whole being on top of the Titan. Pretty much, we just have to continuously punch. So I wouldn't suggest moving moves, like using moves until you're over 100%, like that. Then we hit 5 million. Perfect. So with that run, I would suggest sort of keep punching until you kill. I mean, the moves do like 5 million a tick, which is honestly a whole lot. I mean, you can't really do anything about it, but I mean, yeah. Okay, he's roaring, so at the same time, we want to roar. We're going to sadly lose our Crimson, which happens. We did not lose our Crimson. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, lovely. Does mean we get to go into the second phase completely going straight to them. But we were able to roar midway. Actually, we were able to keep our Crimson. Yep. And continuously punch. So it knocks us back. We can use this mode and then this one. Completely wiping it off the board. We just did 40% of its health. I mean, you get that same result from using Colossal Titan, for God's sake. And it's crazy, man. It is crazy. So that is the female Titan build. Honestly, this is probably the best build out right now, and you probably cannot get much better than this. I mean, this is a better time than the last female Titan build by like 30 seconds. The last build literally could never get close to this numbers, and it is broken to the living matter of God. I mean, last build you may have had a much higher ceiling of damage. This build, my God, you're just fast. It's incredible. I mean, a minute 16 with oddball and pretty much all of it. Honestly, you can't get much better than that. And it's like, I'm proud to say it's one of the best. All right. See you guys later and good luck.